Uncle City cigar.
Yes, sir.
How'd you decide, hey, you know what? Chatham County needs a cigar place.
Thank you. Oh, there's actually a lot of aficionados here in town.
Is there?
Yes, there is. I had a grand opening. Over 150 people showed up. And it was a rainy day.
Now, where exactly are you located?
I run a lot of my business downtown.
Okay.
My shop in Ezra Delicious.
I got you. Now it says it's Cuban rolled, so I assume.
My uncle rolls them. They're all hand rolled. It's all grown in Dominican Republic with Cuban seeds.
Okay. Now is your uncle? I assume he's a Cuban here in the U.S.
Yes.
Okay.
He's Cuban here in the U.S.
So he ships these out to you?
He comes out here. He rolls them.
Oh, he does. So how often do you have him come out here?
Well, we usually have events. We have parties, and we do roll parties, weddings. And we're downtown Pittsboro.
Now you make sure not to get your uncle all mad at you or anything like that, right?
Not at all, not at all. But we do have events and we do weddings and parties and all so on.
So wait a minute, he rolls
At the parties.
cigars at the parties. But you said you also do weddings.
Correct.
And you roll cigars at the weddings as well?
Yes.
Okay, now how does that work out? Because it must not be a typical Southern wedding because everybody goes to the fellowship hall, eats pimento cheese, and drinks punch. So I guess this is a...
At the reception.
At the reception.
Usually at the reception, and they have us roll and give it out to the male guests or to whoever enjoys it.
All right.
We usually put the bands with their date on them, the date of the wedding, their name.
Oh, that is neat. So how big of a reception can you handle? However big.
However big it is, I bring as many rolls as we need.
All right. I know nothing except about Cuban cigars. I know you can get them in Canada. I've occasionally tried one. Educate me. Let's say I'm someone who knows nothing about Cuban cigars, and I come in. Educate me quickly on these things.
Educate you in which sense?
Well, what's the big differences? What are your best sellers? What do people mostly like?
Basically, the difference is all in the girth of them.
Okay.
The length of them, the girth of them, and also there's a dark and there's a light, there's a mid.
Now, on the length, does that make is there any difference in the length, or is that just one will burn longer than the other? Or?
It's basically on the event that you're heading to.
All right. Now, do you determine how the blend is made, or is that something your uncle determines?
It's something that we both put it together.
Okay. So let's say you roll some cigars here in October, and then you roll them again, let's say in December. Are there differences in those blends, or are there a consistency?
Same blend? No, there's no difference.
Okay. So when you say you use the same blend,
well, we made up a blend of different leaves on the wrapper from Ecuador, and the ingredients from Dominican Republic and Cuban seed. So you give it a different taste, and we came up with a taste that everybody enjoys.
Okay.
So I haven't changed that.
Now you mentioned Cuban seed, and you mentioned the different countries.
Yeah,
is that it being a Cuban seed the most important part?
Correct. The Cuban seed is what we basically was taken out of Cuba and grown in Dominican Republic or grown in Nicaragua.
Okay. Now, if I grow Cuban seed in Nicaragua and Cuban seed in Dominican Republic, are they going to be different?
They're going to be basically about the same because they both countries hold the same humidity and the same temperature. Basically, that's how it goes.
All right. So now when you blend them, you're blending them from both locations, or do you have different blends in each location? Do you know what I'm saying?
No, we use the wrapper from Ecuador. Let's say they use the wrapper, which is a different wrapper.
Okay.
Caners, Capa, Bison, different.
All right, so basically what you're telling me is I'm asking too many questions in too short of a period of time. If somebody wants to learn something, what they need to do is they need to come by and see Ed, and you're located at
127 Thompson Street.
127 Thompson Street, and the phone number is this one, right?
786-543-5683 or 919-542-0116.
All right, so look, I didn't do a very good job here. Ed wants to eat his Bojangles biscuit. So just reach out to Ed. He'll tell you about the Cuban cigars, and he'll educate you on it, and shop local, buy here in Pittsboro.